Welcome to the Doremi Show! Today we are exploring two iconic beverages from Cameroon and South Korea, MATANGO and SOJU. Let's dive into their unique preparation methods, cultural significance, and flavor profiles. Now we are going to see how SOJU is made. The most traditional ingredient for making SOJU is rice, but barley, wheat, and sweet potatoes are also commonly used. Each of these ingredients contribute to the flavor profile of the final drink. Water. Pure, clean water is essential for the fermentation and distillation process. Yeast. Yeast is used to ferment the starches in the grains and convert them into alcohol. Noodle. This is a traditional Korean fermentation starter, a type of mold culture made from wheat, barley, or rice. It contains enzymes that break down starches into fermentable sugars, which the yeast can turn into alcohol. The first step into making SOJU is to steep the grains in water for several hours. This softens the grains and helps prepare them for the steaming process. The second step is steaming. After soaking, the grains are steamed. This step is important because it converts the starches in the grains into a more easily fermentable form, making the fermentation process more efficient. The third step is making the mash. Once the steamed grains have cooled to a moderate temperature, they are mixed with nuruk, a key component in the traditional SOJU making. Nuruk contains microorganisms that help to break down starches into sugars and aid fermentation. The mixture is left to ferment in a controlled environment, typically for 2 to 3 days. During this time, the yeast in the nuruk works to convert the sugars into the alcohol, creating a sweet, low-alcohol beer-like liquid known as mash. The mash is then allowed to ferment in large fermentation tanks or containers, and it can sometimes be left for longer periods to create more complex flavors. Temperature control is key here to ensure that the fermentation process happens at the correct rate and yields the best results. The fermented mash is placed into a still and it is heated. As the mash heats up, the alcohol evaporates, travels through a cooling coil, and condenses into liquid form. And this is how we obtain SOJU. Now we are going to see how palm wine is made. Palm wine is a traditional alcoholic beverage from Cameroon, typically made from the sap of the raffia palm tree. The process is natural, quick, and unique to many regions of Central and West Africa. Here's a detailed breakdown of how MATANGO is made. The main ingredient in MATANGO is the sap from the raffia palm tree. These trees are abundant in tropical regions of Cameroon. The sap is harvested by a method known as tapping. A skilled harvester, often called the tapper, makes a small incision into the crown of the tree where the sap is collected. The tapping process involves cutting the stem of the tree to allow the sap to flow out. This sap is clear, sweet, and slightly viscous when it first starts flowing. The sap is collected in containers that are usually made from bamboo or other natural materials. Once collected, the sap naturally begins to ferment due to the presence of wild yeast and bacteria in the environment. The fermentation process is what transforms the sap into MATANGO, turning it from a sweet sugary liquid into a mildly alcoholic drink. The fermentation can take anywhere from a few hours to a day, depending on the temperature, humidity, and the natural microorganisms in the environment. For this video, we invited some people to try SOJU and tell us what they thought about it. So let's jump right into that section of the video.
Moi, je m'appelle Hans Willy.
Je m'appelle Bessara Ondowasha. Jamais.
Comment?
Pas du tout, jamais.
J'ai aimé, malgré que son degré d'alcool est un peu élevé, parce qu'ici au Cameroun, notre degré d'alcool c'est 7%. Mais celle-ci, elle est à 16%. C'est ma première fois, mais j'ai aimé.
Bon, c'est super, c'est un très bon vin. C'est vrai que c'est un peu plus alcoolisé par rapport à ce qu'on a l'habitude de consommer ici au Cameroun. Mais bon, sinon, le vin il est super, il est délicieux.
As we wrap up our exploration of SOJU and MATANGO, it's been fascinating to see how these traditional drinks connect people to their culture and to each other. Those who tasted the SOJU really enjoyed its unique flavors and smoothness. It's clear that when enjoyed responsibly, drinks like SOJU can be a wonderful way to bring people together, foster connections, and sharing memorable moments. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!